Welcome to this week's Golf Equipment Q&A. I'm Valerie Melvin. I'm here with Frank Thomas, and we're in the Frankly Frog Putting Studio in Orlando, Florida, where it's our mission to help you improve your putting. This week's question is on drivers, not on putters. Drive for show, putt for dough. But the question is from Ian, who's a Scottish golf professional. Sorry, had to do that.
At least you'll be able to understand what you're saying.
Maybe I should do the answer. Maybe not. But to the question, he teaches an awful lot of people, Frank, and he noticed that a lot of his amateur students are playing with drivers that are, seem too long for them, and they're having an awful lot of trouble with it. What do you think? What do you think the ideal driver length is? Because that was really, what he wanted to know.
Right. Ian, in Jack Nicklaus's day, the average driving length, or the standard driving length, was 43.5 inches. And Jack used old technology on his head, but he didn't have anything else available to him. But his driver was actually 42.75 inches long. And he was a long driver, and obviously he absolutely dominated the tour during his super run that he had. Now, and you've got to understand that the new drivers today are fantastic. They're using new materials. They've got high moment of inertia. They've got the highest coefficient of restitution, and they're absolutely fantastic drivers. But unfortunately, they're negating all of those major advances in technology by increasing the length of it. Here is an example of the difference in length between Jack Nicklaus's driver and today's some of the drivers that are being sold to amateurs today. Some of the drivers are as long as 46.5 inches. Now, the average on tour is about this length. Now, we have now taken this additional length, added it to drivers which is good technology, and just for the sake of getting that extra little distance. But basically, we're losing control. We're losing control of the driver, and it used to be that for every 3 degrees of loft change, you'd have a half an inch difference in length. So the drivers were about half inch longer than the 3-woods, right. And now they're 3 inches longer. So for all the good stuff that you're getting out of the new technology, they're negating it by increasing the length. And so every now and again, you're going to get that increase in distance, but you're also going to lose control and not have as much fun. So I'd take the lead from the tour. The average length on the tour is about 44.75 inches, and so Ian, I'd take my lead from there. And I think the pros, the amateurs that he teaches, are going to have a lot more fun and score very much better.
Yep. So should they just cut their drivers, take a couple of inches off their drivers, or just try and order them at a different length?
I would try to order them that way, because the manufacturers, I'd like to try and influence the manufacturers into decreasing the length of the driver for the sake of better, a more efficient implement, not distance. But if you do cut off that amount, you're going to change the swing weight fairly significantly. So in some of the cases where the drivers have ports to add weights, you can get the weight back up to where it should be. But 44 is 44.5, maybe 45 max is where you should limit the length of a driver.
Good. Well, the more you get on the fairway, the more you speed up play. You're not looking in the rough for your golf ball. We don't like that.
No.
Slows up play, and you have more fun.
Right.
That's what it's all about. So, well, thank you for checking in with us this week, and until next week,
may the frog be with you.
Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Find your frog at franklyfrog.com.
Ribbit.